For 3 years, I'd been the ghost at my own son's table. After my wife passed, Mark, my only boy, drifted. His wife, Vanessa, was polished, ambitious, and didn't hide her dislike for me. I was too plain, too quiet, too present. Last Thanksgiving, they went to her parents in the Hamptons. I ate a frozen dinner alone. So when Mark called this October and said, "Dad, we'd love you to come for Thanksgiving," I nearly dropped the phone. Vanessa got on the line. "It's time, Tom. Let's start fresh." I believed her. That was my first mistake. I arrived at their Boston brownstone on Thanksgiving morning with a pecan pie and a new sweater. The house smelled of sage and lies. Vanessa hugged me, stiff like a mannequin. Mark shook my hand, avoiding my eyes. Their 2 kids, 8-year-old Lily and 10-year-old Ethan, gave me cautious waves. Dinner was at 4. I helped set the table. I told a funny story about Mark's first fishing trip. Vanessa's smile never reached her eyes. Her sister Chloe and brother-in-law Rick arrived at 3:30. Rick drank 2 bourbons before the turkey was carved. Chloe kept checking her phone. At 3:55, Vanessa pulled me aside. "Tom, a quick word." Here it comes, I thought. The house rules. Don't talk about Mom. Don't mention my old job. Don't embarrass them. Instead, she said, "We're announcing our move to London tonight, after dinner. I just wanted you to hear it from me first." London. 8 years ago, they moved from Chicago to Boston to be closer to family. Now they were going 3,000 miles away. "That's wonderful," I lied. "Mark must be excited." "It's for my career," she said. "Mark will find something there." I nodded. My son following his wife again. We sat down at 4:15. The turkey was golden. The gravy was smooth. The tension was thick enough to slice. Mark said grace, quick, nervous. Then Vanessa raised her glass. "To new beginnings," she said, glancing at me. Everyone drank. Everyone except me. Then Rick asked, "So Tom, still living in that old house alone?" Before I could answer, Vanessa laughed. "He loves it there, surrounded by memories. Some people just can't move on." It wasn't what she said. It was how she said it. Like, can't move on was a disease. I kept quiet. Pass the mashed potatoes. Smile. Lily dropped her fork. I bent down to pick it up. When I came up, Vanessa was staring at me. "You know, Tom," she said, "I've been thinking." The room went still. We have to set boundaries, especially with the kids. No more guilt trips. No more back in my day lectures. And definitely no more talking about death. My hand froze on the gravy boat. "I'm sorry," I said. "You heard me," she said. "Last time you visited, you told Lily about Grandma. She cried for a week. We don't do that here." "I just said Grandma loved autumn," I said quietly. "Exactly," Vanessa snapped. "You made her sad for no reason." Mark stared at his plate. Chloe suddenly found her wine very interesting. Then Rick, drunk and stupid, muttered, "She's got a point, old man." That's when it happened. Vanessa put down her fork, looked me dead in the eye, and said the words that would haunt her. "You're a hateful man, Tom. You sit there with your grief like a weapon. You make everyone uncomfortable. You're not sad, you're selfish, and I'm done pretending." The silence that followed was absolute. Even the dog stopped chewing its bone. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just nodded. Because she was wrong about everything except one thing. I was done pretending too. I slowly pushed back my chair. stood up, walked to the kitchen. Vanessa called after me. "Where are you going? We haven't even had pie." I didn't answer. I opened the pantry, took out a small box I'd hidden there this morning when I arrived early to help set up. Inside was a folded paper and a USB drive. I walked back to the dining room. Everyone was frozen. I handed the USB to Mark. "Watch this tonight, after they leave." Then I handed Vanessa the folded paper. "And this is for you. Read it now." She unfolded it. Her face went pale. I had written one sentence. "I know about the offshore account, Vanessa. The one Mark doesn't know about. The one you've been filling with his inheritance from his grandmother." She looked up at me, her mouth open. "You thought I was just a sad old man," I said, calm as a winter lake. "But I was a forensic accountant for 35 years, honey. I can smell fraud the way you smell Chardonnay." Mark grabbed the paper, read it. His face crumpled. "Vanessa?" he whispered. Chloe looked like she'd seen a ghost. Rick suddenly wasn't drunk anymore. I picked up my coat. "The USB drive has all the evidence," I said. "Every transfer, every lie. Every time you told Mark I was too unstable to watch the kids, so you could steal from his mother's trust." I turned to Mark. "I'm sorry, son. I wanted to tell you sooner, but I needed proof, and I needed an audience." Then I looked at Vanessa one last time. "You called me hateful. Maybe you're right. But I'm not the one who stole from her own husband." I walked out. No one followed. I drove to a diner off I-90, ate cold pie and drank bad coffee. At 11 p.m., my phone rang. Mark. "Dad, I'm so sorry." "I know, son." "She's gone. She took the car. The kids are asleep. I don't know what to do." "Yes, you do," I said. "You call a lawyer. You protect your children. And you remember, your mother raised you better than this." He cried for a long time. I didn't say, "I told you so." I didn't say, "I'm proud of you." I just stayed on the line until he fell silent. Epilogue. 1 year later. The divorce was ugly but quick. Vanessa tried to countersue for emotional abuse. It didn't work. The USB drive saw to that. Mark moved back to Chicago with Lily and Ethan. They live 10 minutes from me. We have dinner every Sunday. This Thanksgiving, Mark carved the turkey. Lily set the table. Ethan said grace. And when Mark raised his glass for a toast, he said, "To new beginnings, and to Dad, the least hateful man I know." I didn't cry, but I came close. That's the silent revenge of a father who loved his son enough to wait, to watch, and to strike only when the truth would hurt the most. The end.